Howdy, folks. It's another surprise video, actually. This time it's Sean Murray's fault for surprising me with a tease for the 9th anniversary update to No Man's Sky. 9 years. It's been over 9 years now, and it seems like we're about to get something this week. So, friend of the channel and personal friend, Walker, texted me at almost 11 p.m. local time to ask my thoughts on Sean Murray's latest tease, his latest tweet, right? And wouldn't you know it, I had somehow gone the entire day without checking Twitter. And while that should be a good thing, I mean, honestly, that's probably good for my health, it meant I had completely missed the latest emoji, which is this waving hand. So I debated making a video about it, especially since it's like, right now as I'm recording this, it's like midnight. But, what the heck. It's the 9th anniversary. It's likely a big summer update. I love speculating. And my semester doesn't really start for another 24 hours. So, you know what? Let's do this. I'm Kanaju, and I didn't write a script because that would take time. So instead, I made a list of all the possible things this emoji might mean. And if it's all right with you, dear viewer, I would like to read this list now for your scrutiny, enjoyment, and speculation. So be sure to share your ideas in the comments below because they're probably better than my midnight ideas. So here's my list of ideas. And I apologize if these overlap with some other people's ideas. I mean, we're probably seeing similar things here. It's not ink spots, right? It's an emoji. It has a meaning. Anyways, the most obvious one is that it's a waving hand, No Man's Sky, wave, right? What does that mean? I don't know. I'm going to get into that, trust me. But I want to keep going down the list of possible names. No Man's Sky waveform. All right, that sounds kind of cool. No Man's Sky microwave. Probably not No Man's Sky microwave, but you never know. No Man's Sky do the wave. Maybe a little more likely than microwave. Maybe. No Man's Sky under the waves. Right? We're talking about the abyss. We recently had ocean planets added. Maybe they're going to add new underwater enemies, underwater threats, underwater lore, under the waves. Also, I've been, with all the BioShock news, I've been thinking about BioShock lately. So, that's under the waves. Anyways, No Man's Sky, final wave. Some folks are speculating that maybe it's a goodbye wave, right? So final wave. This is the end. This is the Abyss's last play, their last gambit. Maybe. No Man's Sky waves of power. Honestly, I just thought it sounded cool. So No Man's Sky waving to someone behind you. Ooh, man, awkward. No Man's Sky vanilla waivers. Or communion waivers, possibly. Let's take it in a different direction. No Man's Sky hands grouper. No Man's Sky hands off. Nah. No Man's Sky handy dandy, handy man. No Man's Sky handshake. Maybe. No Man's Sky handbrake. Probably not. I'm not gonna read that one. Oh, here's a serious one. No Man's Sky departure. So part of the, I guess this is a minor spoiler because it's just like lore, but like the Abyss kind of has a plan to, let's say, survive the death of the Atlas. That's a pretty non-spoiler way of putting that. So maybe No Man's Sky departure. Maybe it's a wave goodbye, but not like a sad wave. Like Hello Games are abandoning us like orphans, but maybe it's more of like a, so long, we move on to greater things type thing. Maybe No Man's Sky departure. That sounds kind of cool. No Man's Sky left behind. Similar vein. Kind of crazy, right? You could make gosh, I don't know if I want to say this, but you could make connections to something like the Rapture, right? And certain entities getting left behind in the No Man's Sky universe. I don't know. Anyways, I didn't mean to get that deep. See, I need scripts, right? Keep myself under control. No Man's Sky farewells. Again, similar thing. Sounds kind of cool. No Man's Sky Journeys. Maybe it's a goodbye and a hello wave. Maybe it's the various people we meet along the way, right? No Man's Sky Journeys. That's a cool sounding update title. No Man's Sky The Unwavering. It's another wave pun for you. No Man's Sky End Wave. Listen, I just think that's a sick title for an update. No Man's Sky End Wave. Like, yeah, that's pretty sick. No Man's Sky Season's Greetings. Why did I write that down? That sounds okay. No Man's Sky Connections, right? When you're greeting people, you're making connections. Maybe. No Man's Sky Reconnections. That's just the same thing, but with re in front of it. No Man's Sky Attention. Huh. I just wrote attention. Oh, I guess like it's getting your attention. The attention getter, you know. No Man's Sky Signals, because maybe we interpret the wave as like a hand sign, as signifying something. So No Man's Sky Signals, trying to get your attention, right? I could see that. No Man's Sky Taxi. Yeah, that was pretty stupid. No Man's Sky Hello by Hello Games, because it's waving hello. No Man's Sky Hello. Similarly, we have No Man's Sky Hello Goodbye by the Beatles. Last two, No Man's Sky Adios and No Man's Sky Bye. I don't think it's going to be either of those, but you never know. But something like Waveform, something like End Wave, No Man's Sky Departure, Journeys, I could see those being something. Even Connections. So I wanted to talk about what other, not just names, but interpretations we might see of like waves, right? One of the most obvious, besides like literally a hand waving, would be like ocean waves, waves of the ocean, right? When we have so much stuff tied to the abyss, tied to the water of No Man's Sky. They've done a great job enhancing the water effects over the last year in Worlds Part 1 and 2. They've done an incredible job of revamping underwater biomes, underwater flora and fauna, not to mention just the depth of oceans now. I mean, they can be miles deep, whereas previously they were kind of like deep puddles, really. They would be considered the shallows in a very shallow ocean anywhere on Earth. But now they're quite deep, right? So they've done a lot of stuff enhancing underwater and surface of water experiences in No Man's Sky. So having something like to do with waves, I could see it being very heavily tied again to ocean waves, under the waves, something with the abyss, something with a dark presence. Who knows, right? Of course, another popular interpretation would be a waves as a greeting or as a goodbye. Now, some folks have been making me kind of sad because they've been posting stuff on Twitter like, are Hello Games waving goodbye to us? I don't think that's the case. It could be. And that would be really, really sad because as much as I love everything they've given us for No Man's Sky, a lot of the fun is just dreaming about what they might add next, right? As spoiled as that sounds, as entitled as that sounds, it's always so cool. Like, even after an update comes out and you played all this cool stuff, it always just gets your mind racing, right? And it's because there's this sense that Hello Games can do anything, really. And I know that's like a crazy thing to say because game development is quite difficult and they are a small indie team, and this game its scope is ridiculous. I can't even describe it in this video. But it's that incredible scope that really gets the imagination going, right? And so if they came out and said this week, this is our last update, that would be pretty sad. Now, of course, their legacy is cemented. They did a good job, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think, and maybe again, if I was writing a script, I would have sourced this quote, but I'm pretty sure at some point Sean had said in the last year that they continue to work on No Man's Sky, not just because they love No Man's Sky, but because so many people enjoy it, right? And as long as there are this many people experiencing the game, enjoying the game regularly, buying the game, downloading the game, they're going to keep updating it, right? They keep adding new consoles, they keep adding new platforms. And as long as folks are playing it and enjoying it and asking for new content, I think they're going to keep making it. Especially because we've gotten quotes where they are talking about Light No Fire development, which, as we know, is their upcoming survival game set on a single planet. But they've mentioned where a lot of the features we've gotten in the last year or so have come from Light No Sky's development, where they realize, or they figure something out and they're like, wow, wouldn't it be great if No Man's Sky had this too? And so they just bring it back. So even though they're working on another game, it's clear that No Man's Sky is still a passion project for them. So I would be very surprised if development just ceased. I could see it slowing down for a bit as they ramp up a production to get Light No Fire to gold, but I feel like that'd be a very strange choice when you have a game with this many active players. Yeah. Plus, I mean, come on, we're almost to the 10-year anniversary. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what you think in the comments below about that. I'm hoping it's not a goodbye. Now, it could be a goodbye, a wave goodbye, in the form of maybe characters are leaving. Maybe the Abyss is leaving. Maybe the Atlas is waving goodbye. Maybe it's some other character. Or maybe it is a greeting. Maybe we're meeting the Abyss. Maybe we're meeting some new race similar to the autophage, right? Maybe it's something like that. They're introducing something new. So this wave is a form. It represents an introduction. That would be pretty cool. What else could it mean? Wave-based combat. That was another note I made here. I joked with Walker about that, but seriously, like a PvE mode with wave-based combat. I mean, we already have Sentinels, which are wave-based, right? You get waves of Sentinels coming in. So maybe it's an update to Sentinel combat. That would be a pretty Sean Murray way of saying that, with a waving hand. Like, of course that represents Sentinel combat. What else could it mean? I don't know. We also have sound waves, transmissions, other forms of waves, wavelengths, all that sort of fun stuff. And that comes back to like No Man's Sky signals, No Man's Sky connections. It could be, a harbinger of something to come. But the thing is, it's been a while since we had an expedition. Folks are expecting an expedition, I think, at this point. Although, again, keep your expectations in check because they haven't promised an expedition. But it's likely we'll get one. And it being late August, it's likely this will be a big summer update, as we see most years at this time. And the fact that Sean has specifically, if I go to their 9th anniversary post, Sean specifically wrote, "We have a few surprises planned, including collaborating with U2's..." Oh, wait, no. But this is talking about celebrating our 9th anniversary. That's the name of the blog post. So he's talking about how they're lucky to have this opportunity to continue to expand this game we love with such a warm and welcoming community. And then it goes on, "We have a few surprises planned." And it says, including collaborating with U2's to bring you something a bit special. And it has the 2 plushies, which, by the way, if you haven't picked up those plushies, they're still available for pre-order. I know I sound like a shill, and it's because I think I can add an affiliate link to this video. And if I can, that would be really sweet if you haven't purchased it yet, because let me tell you, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, I pre-ordered them because I think they're awesome, and especially the Trade Lord plush, the Gek. That's perfect for me. It's green, it's a Gek, it's a Trade Lord, it has a cape. I mean, they're pretty sweet. I made a whole video about them, which you can check out. But what I'm saying is, the language of that blog post seems like they have more surprises planned for the anniversary, and it doesn't seem like an ending. It seems like our journey continues, as they always say. So yeah, it seems like they're still working on the game. But back to what I was talking about. Sorry, again, scatterbrain without a script. It's likely we're gonna have a big update this week. Again, keep your expectations in check. Especially, this is an odd year. We had Worlds Part 2 in January, I believe. And that was the size of a summer update. That was like an annual update. That's like you get this year, and that's a good year. But that was in January. and that was following Worlds Part 1 just a few months before. So I don't know if they're going to throw Worlds Part 3 at us. I don't know if there's sort of like, okay, that was the big update. Now we're just doing little updates the rest of the year. We're in uncharted territory here, honestly. So it would be cool if it was a big anniversary update and it came with like a million new features and stuff. But if not, we've already gotten Worlds Part 2 this year. So we're in pretty good shape, I have to say. Even if it's just like some kind of anniversary expedition, hey, I'd be okay with that. It's all free anyways, right? And I've been enjoying Beacon a lot more the past couple weeks. So yeah, I think in my review of Beacon, I was pretty cold, but I've been enjoying it a bit more, getting around some of the bugs and stuff. But another thing you could think of with waves might be like heat waves, weather patterns, climates, things like that. People are always talking about terraforming and things like that in the No Man's Sky universe, and weather can play a big part in exploration since pretty much all the gameplay is outdoors. We don't do much indoor gameplay in No Man's Sky, and so who knows? Maybe we're getting a weather-based update, which would be an insane thing to get from a waving hand emoji, but you never know, right? Anyways, that was just some quick speculation. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And by the way, I'm like stepping on my own video's foot. I recently published a 5 craziest plot twists video. It's a lore video, something like that. And I really enjoyed making this video. So if you want to check it out, it's talking about the craziest plot twists in No Man's Sky. It is a spoiler fest, obviously. Like major spoilers, all the major spoilers essentially in one video. But I don't know. I had a good time, and if you find it interesting and you're interested in that kind of thing, let me know. A lot of folks have been asking me for lore videos, and I figured I'd finally make one. Speaking of other things I've been working on, though, and heavily requested videos, I think my most requested video right now is my Assassin's Creed Shadows Top 10 Cities video. I know if you're watching this No Man's Sky video, you're like, huh? People watch your channel for Assassin's Creed? Yeah, actually they do. And I love making Assassin's Creed videos. And honestly, I've been working to beat that game, and I just beat it this weekend. So I'm putting together my list. I'm hoping to have that video out by the end of September. So I'm really looking forward to that. It has some interesting challenges to recording because there's no bird or discovery tour in this Assassin's Creed. So getting, good wide shots of the cities is kind of difficult. But anyways, that you're here for No Man's Sky. So speaking of No Man's Sky, I've also been working on Dugek, right? I published that cheeky trailer back in, it was April Fool's Day, right? That fake Dugek trailer. But the funny thing is that game was mechanically complete a year ago. I did a public playtest, like a physical public playtest at a local board game store last August. And I was working on artwork and stuff, and I've just been so busy. So I think I'm going to simplify the designs a bit to kind of get them production ready by the end of the year. And my hope is one way or another to get some decks produced. So then maybe I'll do some kind of, some kind of public playtest or event next summer for the 10-year anniversary of No Man's Sky. I think that would be pretty fun because the game's actually a ton of fun. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to, right? Got the 5 craziest plot twists video. We've got my upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows video, which I'm looking forward to. Working on Dugek. And I've got a few other things cooking. I have been rearing to make a BioShock video so badly. Y'all don't understand. I desperately need to acquire the license to BioShock. But I will talk about that like 2 months from now because I'll be too busy with the semester starting in 24 hours to make that video any sooner. But look forward to that. And hey, if we get a No Man's Sky update this week and it's a huge update and it's got expeditions and stuff, you can expect a live stream this week. Maybe not on the day it releases because I might be teaching that day, but you can expect some coverage. this week because I am in a mood for some No Man's Sky. Let me say, I am really excited for anything. But let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. It's been a bit, and our last update was Beacon, which wasn't bad, but I don't think it scratched the itch for everyone, right? A lot of folks kind of ignore settlements, so I think a lot of people are ready. They're ready for a new expedition, new update, something big, 9th anniversary, and hey, maybe there'll be other surprises not in the game, right? Maybe there'll be I don't know, a companion app, or maybe they're gonna launch the merch store. Right, they added the merch page with those U2's plushies to the actual No Man's Sky site. Maybe we're gonna get all that merch that was teased in those Worlds Part 2 trailers. And, you know, I think I made a tweet about it. I wouldn't mind doing a second printing of the Traveler's Deck playing cards. Like I said, I'd make one change, which is making the back design symmetrical. But other than that, like, I mean, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll produce a few for myself just because I like the new design. But anyways, I've gone off tangent. This was supposed to be a 5-10 minute video. I'm looking at the timer on here. I think it's been about 20. So, oh my goodness. If you're still watching this, you're a real one. Thank you so much. You're probably as excited for No Man's Sky as I am. So, solidarity. And yeah, if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. If not, you can be a subscriber right now. It's really easy. It's just one click away. If you liked the video, if you made it this far, I hope you liked it. Please let YouTube know you liked it. And if you made it all this way out of spite, feel free to hit that dislike button. That's fine too. Anyways, thanks for watching. Special thanks to my valued members of the channel. Y'all are still the best. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.